Hold on, wait a minute. I got some questions. That is very interesting. It's okay for nudists to hug. We're nudists. Ask us anything. Dude, I don't care about your mental conditions, bro. Being a nudist and not wearing clothes. I was a nudist out the womb, chat. I was a nudist out the womb. And these people want to do it as if though it's you know what I'm saying? In order to ask a nudist something, I have to not wear clothes? What are the frame? Why? Language has nothing to do with.
Grammarly has saved me so much time.
The clothes
it double checks my writing to make sure there's no spelling errors, which can be a.
Are you facing a challenging dilemma in your life right now? The Dilemma is a new Jubilee show, and we're looking for people who are seeking advice, willing to be vulnerable, and anonymously sharing their dilemma.
I will never do that. Okay.
Not naked?
That's the whole point. That's why we're here.
Okay.
Everyone should get naked.
Okay.
Everyone should get naked. Sir, you're gonna be running into some trouble real quick. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Chat. I have a confession to make. I was gonna do this out the womb. The second I came out, unlike normal babies that came out fully suited with clothes. When people say, "Oh, I'm gonna wear my birthday suit," I kind of get a little triggered, chat, because I didn't have a birthday suit. I was just naked. All right. I hear people always talk about, oh, I was born with a birthday suit. Oh, what color is your birthday suit? Oh, look, your birthday suit look nice. Your birthday suit is big. Your birthday suit is a tight little fit. I didn't have a birthday suit. I was just born naked, chat. So these nudists are really appropriating my culture. It's kind of crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying anything. I'm glad they're embracing it, but you know what I'm saying? I think this is a kind of weird way to go at it. As you can see, now I wear clothes because I have to go out in normal society, and indecent exposure is kind of a big law against us, and it really hurts us.
I'm wearing the hardest outfit to get naked. You know, I feel actually a lot more comfortable. Do I just start asking questions?
If you were alone in a room with people who are nudists,
hey, she gets nude. Hey, I'm all for it.
What would you ask?
Do you guys hug in the community?
What are your thoughts on raising children as nudists? Do you shave?
Oh my gosh. I support her getting naked. I don't know about these two. I think maybe she. I know. Put on some clothes, but put on some clothes.
Or you're kind of like F it.
I'm nervous, but hi y'all. My name is Lance.
Hi Lance, I'm Juliana. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Juliana.
I'm nervous too.
I'm Tim. Hi Lance.
Hi, nice to meet you, Tim. Well, I just want to first know, do you guys know each other already?
Yes, we're friends. We met through stand-up comedy, right?
It's been so long.
No. You were not about to say stand-up comedy. You were about to say the S3X word, and I ain't gonna lie. I would suspect it.
Nudist circles, but we've done nude stand-up comedy tours. We made a naked movie.
Nude stand-up comedy tours. I believe in the United States, chat. I believe in the United States. I'm getting sick and tired of it. Hey. Y'all be talking about, oh, it's their free right. They can live the way they want. They can live the way they want. And I'm finna live the way I want. I believe it. I really can't. I don't know what to say to this.
Movie together. We've done all kinds of stuff.
I didn't know they had nude.
You're like, oh, Kosi, if you don't like it, don't go to it. I'm thinking the most not going to it possible. I'm removing myself. I don't even want to be able to be near the scenario where it could possibly happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna be in the same country.
Comedy tours. That's interesting.
Hell yeah! Naked audience, naked comedians, absolutely.
Well, I guess first of all,
okay, naked audience. That's kind of bonkers. Then I probably would not ever see them.
Are you guys naked right now?
Yes.
Yes. Wonderful.
Oh no! I just realized.
So I'm just curious. What is the point of the nudist community? Like, what?
to be naked.
Okay.
The definition of a nudist is just someone who enjoys being nude. You don't have to go into a nudist community. You could just be naked at your house. But there is a nudist community, I would say, because of everything else that there's a community for, you know. So this is just a place where you get to be with other like-minded individuals and also be comfortable in a safe space naked.
When did you start your nudist journey?
It was my partner that looked into it and says, you know, we're nudists. And so that's when we started checking out nude beaches. So that was, about 10, 11 years ago.
When I was in college, I was an art student, and I signed up to be a nude model because I wanted to have that experience, and that began me looking into resorts and art for nudity.
Got it.
Like me, I leave a snail trail. How do you keep things like sanitary?
Oh dear.
You know, we're human. Things happen, but that is the purpose of a towel. It's always, it's just
Standard etiquette.
Standard etiquette. There you go.
Standard the towel etiquette.
What do you do if you get your period?
What do you do when you're on your period? You just like let the tampon hang?
I'll answer this.
There are different things. I personally don't use tampons. They're just scary to me. If you're a female that still wants to go to a nude event and you are in your period and maybe you have to wear a pad, I'm sure they'll be respectful if you do have, you know, your bottoms on. You won't be turned away for that reason.
Within the community, like, what's kind of acceptable behavior? Like, do you guys hug in the community, or is that like people don't really accept hugs? Or
no, it's normal. I mean, I guess after COVID, everybody, you know, keeps their distance. The same way you would still, you know, I guess if you feel comfortable hugging someone, you know, then you would. It would be the same thing whether you're clothed or not.
Right. It's comfort level and appropriateness. You know, just like anything else.
Yeah.
Are there like secret meetup spots for other nudists, or is it mostly like designated beaches?
There are no secret meetups. There are public organizations.
Yeah, it's not a secret club, brother. Like we're proud of it and we're active. I am a lifetime member of 3 large nude organizations, and there's non-landed groups that purposely will, for example, rent out a bowling alley to have naked bowling or naked boating out at the ocean. There's naked skydiving. I mean, there's a whole world of naked lifestyle.
Naked bowling sounds pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, we're all going after this shit.
I'll be there.
Just keep your mind out of the gutter.
Okay, I like that. I like that joke. He might change my mind. He might change my mind because that was a nice little zinger right there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Is it shoes off, bra off, or like is it up to everyone's discretion when they start taking their clothes off?
If you come to my house, I'm not gonna open the door naked. I'm sure some people do that. I don't.
I do that. I'm not a nudist.
Why are you on that side?
Sam, all right. So, do you ever get erections at nudist events?
A lot of these are textile thoughts. So nudists refer to people who wear clothes as textiles. The textiles think it's an overly sexual experience, but it's so not. There's families and kids and elderly folks, and it's not.
No. There's too much risk that be involved.
A strip club. If you happen to get an erection, these things happen, and you don't flaunt it. You put a towel over it, you get in the pool, you don't make a big deal out of it, and it goes down. So it's much less an issue than a lot of men like to hang on to.
If it sounded weird when I was coming in, I'm in a wheelchair, so I wonder, are there a lot of disabled nudists, or is it racially diverse?
At least I don't think there are many disabled in the nudist community, or at least out in public, as well as even the whole female and male ratio. There's more male involved, so that is something that we want to see, especially me as a female. I would love to see more women involved in nudism. It is a safe space.
Diversity in the nudist community in America, it's very fat white men, I would say, and as a fat white man sitting here, I'm telling you, we want to embrace all the different types of folks, and we would love more people to come and get involved and experience it. And so we're hoping to, one person at a time.
would you say that there's a certain age that participates in this community more?
The average age for nudists is over 55. By and large, it is 55 plus. And the reason for that is because at that point you've retired. You don't care what people say about you. It doesn't affect your job. So at that point, they're able to finally embrace who they are, which I think is sad. I wish that people would be able to stand up and say, this is who I am, younger and at an earlier age.
What's the biggest riff in the community?
May I? Riff as in internal fighting?
Yes.
Yeah, it would be imposters. It would be fake nudists. It would be resorts that claim to be, we are non-sexual, family friendly, and then Tuesday is swinger night. And so us in the industry, that makes us look awful and bad, and like it really sucks for any organization to find some people who don't live up to the ideals that we all preach.
If I ask a question, are children allowed in the...
This is what like this is for, to open your eyes and really open. Now I'm open-minded. I was closed-minded at first because I was like, nudity, come on, bro, we can't do that out in public. But now that I'm hearing what they do, is like it's certain, or they go to certain places, they have it organized. It's a safe area for them to do it, and that to me is like wonderful. That is completely wonderful. And then they have their own type of like. They have their own type of rules, so it's not like a damn orgy when they go over there. It's like, damn, bro, we're really just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable living, and you know what I'm saying? As a, you know what I'm saying? As a born nudist, it makes me happy to see that these people are really embracing the culture. You know what I'm saying? As a born nudist, I was born. You know what I'm saying? Without
The answer is no. It probably is not a nudist resort. It's something more, because nudism should include children.
Do you guys think it's appropriate for children to be naked in front of adults?
It happens.
So I've had rosacea for most of my life, and honestly, if you struggle with it too, you know how frustrating.
Please. It happens. What I mean, like in front of your own parents, it's gonna happen. In front of your own parents, it's gonna happen. Like me, like I was born naked, so I was literally born in front of everyone without clothes. Dude, I was absolutely flabbergasted. I like at first I didn't really understand. Like why I was born this way without clothes, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I learned to come and accept that fact, that part of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes, this is non-sexual, and we mean that non-sexual lifestyle.
And it's affirming. It's good for self-esteem and for saying you're fine the way you are, and this is what bodies look like.
Do you guys have kids? And if so, would you want your kids to follow
when it comes to kids, it's like, nah, bro, we are not going to have no grown men naked around no little children. That's not going to happen. Even though it's non-sexual, I understand what their part, but I understand the hesitancy. So I would say, let your kid, you know what I'm saying, college. When they get into college, if they want to do that, they can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Same footsteps.
I don't have kids, and I don't plan on having children, but I do think it is a healthy lifestyle. I do have a nephew, and he knows about our lifestyle. I don't hang around with him naked. He is underage, and he's not my child. When he turns 18 and he asks me, I want to try nudism, then I would guide him.
Yeah, I also don't have any kids of my own, but I'm Uncle Tim to a bazillion kids. And more than just the kids, I've watched what the kids turn into. So I've seen the generations of, I knew this kid nudist, now they're grown with kid nudists of their own. And so I've seen the positive effects of good body image and education, not worrying about naughty parts, dirty parts, but knowing, oh, that's what that looks like, it's not a big deal.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I feel like, especially like in today's society, it's like, oh, well, you should cover up. You like your nipples are showing.
Yeah, I mean that's a basic human right, freedom. I can be topless and you can't.
Yeah.
How fair is that? How does that make sense in any world?
Sexism.
Well,
do people ever take photos or videos?
It looks to me like Fox has gotten better about doing two things, not completely.
It's I would say it's one part sexism. I'm not gonna lie, it's one part sexism. It's another part like, I guess there was a few bad apples. I would say a few bad apples, a few bad players that kind of ruined the fun for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, hey, you're naked. That, you know what I'm saying? I guess we a little riled up. And one thing led to another, now somebody's not having a fun time. So people were like, hey, but, well, actually, clothes didn't really evolve from not having a fun time. It really evolved from, it's cold outside, I need to put something on. You know what I'm saying? And that's where cold clothes came from. It's like, it was really, like, historically speaking, clothes didn't really come from that. There was, it really did. Really, clothes did not come from sexual assault. I don't know why my mind first thing went to that, because seeing Jeffrey Dahmer documentary, now it got me tweaking, chat. Got me tweaking. Anyway, but yeah, clothes really, because I did take, I took a little day class in textiles and shit, theater. It was theater, and we worked in textiles, and we did do the history of textiles. And clothes came from just people. It wasn't like uncomfortable, but it was uncomfortable because it'd be in the middle of like January and you're freezing. You know what I'm saying? So put on some clothes, or it'd be hot, so wear a hat, and that's where it came from.
Like at nudist beaches or nudist places?
There is a nudist bike ride. Well, it's international, but they do one here in Los Angeles once a year. It gets really irritating.
That is not nude. It's the dude had shorts on. Girl had a bra on and shorts on. It's kind of crazy.
It's open. It's open to the public, and anyone that wants to go can go. And of course, it's mostly men. You know, some men just go just to go take pictures. They're not even riding a bike. So, but it's so much fun. I mean, you get to ride naked in the city of LA. I mean, so it's like I want to do it, but it gets really discouraging.
This is really for me. What advice would you give to someone that's struggling to feel comfortable in their body?
If that is the reason that you do choose to try nudism to feel more comfortable and have better self-esteem, in my personal experience, I felt it did do that for me. I just remember the very first day I went to a nudist beach and I was like, oh my God, nobody's perfect and they don't care. So why should I care? So I do think it helps in that aspect. So
that's amazing. I feel like me personally, I've struggled before with like body images and like how my body looks like in the mirror and stuff like that. Sometimes like I would take a shower with like the lights off because I didn't want to see my body after, like, and stuff like that.
The way I try to tell people, or I talk myself, is whatever hang up you have about yourself, somebody else has that as well. Mm-hmm. You're not alone. It's normal. It's life. It's human. You know,
and that's very true, chat. Now, me personally, I ain't gonna lie, I'm self-indulged. I'm a narcissist, chat. I'm a narcissist. I'm self-indulged in myself. And when it comes to stuff like that, body image, yeah. At points out, like, I won't say low self-esteem in how I look, like, physically. It's just like how I act. You know what I'm saying? Kind of where I fall off. How I look to myself is like, bro, I'm one in a million. I'm one in 1.7 billion people on this planet, bro. You ain't built like me. You literally cannot be built like me. You're built like yourself. Does it matter? Does it matter? It doesn't, bro. We can live. I can be myself. You can be yourself, and we can have the same exact experiences, but you ain't gonna be built like me, bro. You just won't think like me. You just won't be me. That's the whole point. That was a good little taste. But I came here for the controversy, for the political controversy. So we gotta find a video that really gets me up and out. Alright, chat. That I can really fight and defend a point to. Chat. Diet of sociopath? Hey, bro, I told you not to release that. Can I date a Christian and I'm a Muslim? Really, you're not supposed to date in general if you're a Muslim, but I guess, yeah. I mean, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not supposed to date in general if you're a Muslim. But if you are dating in a Muslim, I would say it really doesn't matter.
Sometimes in life there are moments
because it really doesn't
when
say
you just
in
need
the
a
Quran
little
who
bit of
particular you're
fine-tuning.
allowed to date. Because you're not supposed to be dating. You're supposed
Are you
to be
facing a
dating,
challenging dilemma in your life right now? The Dilemma is a new Jubilee show, and we're looking for people who are seeking advice.
I'm definitely not going on this show to get clowned.
I love my girlfriend, but her Christian parents hate that my family is Muslim. Should I break up with her?
Unless you're smashing her mom, I really don't see the problem.
Yes or no?
No. I would say really. Chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. With me and religion is a solo practice, chat. It's between you and God, and that's it, chat. It's a spiritual practice. How you pray really shouldn't matter to another person. It's just a form of your self-affirmation and self-meditation and self-consultation within yourself. That's all it is. So, hey man, if your parents really that concerned about something they really don't care, like I don't understand why they should care. Honestly, as long as you guys aren't killing people out in the streets, I really don't. I don't see the problem. I don't see if you two aren't Bonnie and Clyde it up, like you know what I'm saying, shooting up malls, robbing banks. If you're not hurting people or yourselves, I don't see the problem.
Brought together a group of strangers to help an anonymous person make one of their toughest decisions.
My girlfriend's family does not like my background. It's affected my mood, it's affected who I am, and it's affected my ability.
Hey champ, I'm gonna be honest. That seems like a family pack. Family pack going loud. Hey man, it is what it is.
After hearing the group's advice, which choice will this person make? This is the dilemma.
Know what? Chat. I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I'm gonna go over to the yes side. And I know all y'all saw that one video about, oh, you're doing the devil's advocate. That means you're on the devil's side. Shut your ass up. I'm just gonna be a negative Nancy. That's all I'm saying, bro. So what was it? Yes, my girlfriend's family hate that I'm Muslim. Should we break up? Yes, because familial values. You know what I'm saying? How you ever supposed to go to the family cookout? You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand the argument for this. I'm gonna be honest. And then you have to whip out the prayer mat right in front of the family cookout. They're gonna look in shock and awe. They're gonna be like, "Damn, I told you not to marry him." And then that's basically all they can do. Shake their fist in anger.
How long have you been with your girlfriend?
9 months.
What do her parents have against Muslims?
Have against Muslims?
So we live in a really tight-knit community.
What kind of sentence structure was that shit? Have against Muslims? Oh.
Our families know each other through mutual friends, but back in her family's home country, Christians are a minority population, where Muslims are the majority population, and minorities are not treated the best. So they have some prejudice because they didn't grow up in the U.S.
Have you had any backlash on your family's end?
My mom is okay with me being with her, but she doesn't prefer it.
Have you tried talking to the parents?
I've tried to ask her to set something up, and she did ask, but I have not met her family because they refused to meet me. One time...
They're lost. Like, I'm gonna be honest, chat. I don't see the point in that. Like, if you felt like your daughter or your son was dating somebody of a negative influence, and that's what I'm saying, and your resort is to ignore the problem instead of going out and confronting it. If I felt like, oh, my daughter's dating this a bad person, I would go up and be like, hey, bro, stop messing with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Stop. I don't want you around my daughter. That's what I would say. If me personally, but if how you want to handle it is, I'm gonna ignore it and hopefully the problem goes away. Well, shit, Chip. Problem for the go with your daughter. For the go away with your daughter, Chip.
I did almost get to talk to her mom. When her mom came to drop her off, I like waved at her mom, but her mom just like walked away.
Hey man. Maybe she's like, maybe she can't talk like I can. Like, I wave back. Now we gotta start a conversation. I don't want that. I didn't want that. I never wanted that.
Are there any concessions you're willing to make to stay with her?
I'm not sure because I'm Muslim and such, but you know, I'm so young that I'm really just trying to figure myself out right now. So it kind of feels like an attack on my family and not necessarily me. Even if I became Christian, I think it's...
Dude, don't do that. First of all, don't switch up. Don't switch up. Don't switch up a religion because of a person. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That's like one of the worst mistakes you can make. It could be one of the worst or the best, depending on. No, it's always gonna be the worst. I'm gonna be honest with you. Chat, that is always gonna be the worst. Switching up because of a person is always gonna be the worst. I'm gonna be honest. If you're going to make any decision in your life, bro, you gotta do it because you think it's gonna be beneficial to yourself, bro. You gotta be selfish in that regard, bro. When you're making a decision to switch up something in your life, you gotta do it because you think it's gonna be beneficial to yourself. Because if you're doing it because of a person and they leave, guess what? Now your reason is gone and everything you did for progress onto yourself was for naught because it had no basis other than the other person being there, bro. So if you're gonna switch up because it was your idea, not because, oh, my girlfriend's Christian, let me become Christian. It makes no sense. Plus, like I said before, you're really not even supposed to be dating, bro. But he said he's trying to find himself, which makes sense. So, hey, it is what it is.
Really, they just hate my whole family.
Based on the information that you guys now have, does anyone feel like they want to jump to the yes side?
Yeah, let it go, bro.
If you can't even be treated with like respect, like you've been together almost a year and nobody's even said hi to you, like that's not even basic decency. So I was like, oof, that doesn't really seem like it might.
I don't know, Chad. I don't know. I really don't know. To me personally, that's not an issue. Cause in my mind, I'm like, dude, I'm not dating your parents. I'm not with you because of your parents. Or if your parents don't like me, I don't know. But it's another thing. Yeah, I kind of understand what they're saying. Because it's another thing to not like myself. You know what I'm saying? Me in particular. If you don't like me in particular because I'm me, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't like me in particular because where I come from or my background, then I really can't mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's more of like it's like that's not only insult to me, that's an insult to like everything, like all the values and all the things I grew up with, and I really couldn't take that.
Might be worth your time to really invest in.
To what extent does her family's view of you impact your relationship from your perspective?
It definitely is something that looms over the relationship. She's a really timid person, so whenever this comes up, it really shakes her. Sometimes she cries, sometimes we just can't go out anymore. And it definitely impacts
with all that
how I
crying
feel
bullshit.
because it makes me think like, am I doing this for nothing? Am I gonna dig a deep pit like 3 years from now, and then like I'm gonna try to marry her and her family's gonna say no?
Okay.
Has your girlfriend expressed her priorities in terms of maintaining a long-term relationship with her family, even if it compromises her relationship with you or vice versa?
She believes that over time our relationship may work out, like maybe even into marriage. Her family obviously is first, but she's willing to make some sacrifices. She would maybe get kicked out for a few months or something like that.
Are you are you in love?
I would say, yeah. She's like my first girlfriend. We kind of were friends before.
Okay, you're smoking all that. You're smoking all that first girlfriend pack right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's bugging out. He's bugging out right now. First girlfriend, kind of crazy. I couldn't relate. Zero girlfriends. You